You're all welcome. I believe you enjoyed the last session. If you enjoyed the last session, just put your comment at the group chat. Say I enjoy it. So if you enjoyed the last session, just type yes, yes, yes in the group chat that you enjoyed it. Type yes, yes, yes. You enjoyed it in the group chat. As much as possible, we want to make this training as simple as possible. We want to ensure that you understand the basics of writing a business plan, and we want to make it as simple as possible. That is our focus for this section. Our focus today is to ensure that you understand very well how to write a business plan. So once we have up to 15 people join us here, we'll start immediately. Once we have up to 15 people joining us, we'll start immediately. We have 8 people now. We'll start immediately. Like I said, our focus for today is to ensure that business plan writing is as simple as possible. We don't want people to think it as something that you cannot do. We want you to look at it as something that all of us can learn together. So we want all of us to stay connected now, and okay, so we are trying to move on so that we don't have some distraction. Somebody needs to mute it. Okay, so I think we are done now. So very good. You are welcome to this session. This session is a session that will be taking us through our financial planning. This session will be taking us to basis of financial planning and analysis. So, and I will like to introduce myself once again for people that are meeting us for the first time. You are meeting Dayadekule Business Hub for the first time, and you are meeting the founder of Dayadekule Business Hub for the first time. So I will quickly do a brief introduction for me to understand me better. So I'm a serial entrepreneur, an international business planning and development consultant. I'm a speaker, a trainer, an author, blogger, network marketing professional. In 2020, that's this year, our organization just received a certification as a business development service provider in conjunction with SMEDAN and the Enterprise Development Center of Pan Atlantic University. In this same year, 2020, I was also opportune to go for a special master's program in business administration in Metropolitan School of Business and Management in United Kingdom. I went to their Dubai branch. Also in 2020, I was also selected as mentor for Teach for Nigeria. Also in 2019, I did a project as a business trainer and coaching advisor at GIZ, is a German corporation, for the SME Loop. The SME Loop took place in 3 locations: the Ogun State, the Plateau State, and Mina. So more about me. In 2018, I started an initiative that is Lawyer Empowerment and Development Initiative, and this initiative, we've been running activities for the past 8 years, doing trainings, free summit, youth summit, and all that. In 2018, I was also part of the yearly RFC online cohort 9. In 2017, I was fellow of Inspire Africa Trade the Trainer Entrepreneurship Program. It was sponsored by US Consulate in Lagos and the DK Center in the US. In 2016, I was the fellow of Tony Elumelu Foundation. We will still talk about them today. I was fellow of Tony Elumelu Foundation. And in 2016 was when we started officially the Diary Clay Business Hub. In 2015, I was also nominated as top 50 innovative entrepreneurs by BAT5. It was sponsored by Diamond Bank, and we went for training at the Lagos Business School for training. So this is just to know a bit of my. This is in 2016 at the Tony Elumelu Foundation program, where we learned a lot on business development. We met a lot of people across Africa, and we learned a lot. This picture was the one I took when I was at the Lagos Business School, and this is the most recent picture of the training I went for by the Metropolitan Business School in the UK. So my first focus today is the skill of business plan and the financial writing. Now you need some skills when you are writing your business plan. Whether you are writing the financial or you are writing the write-up, you need some skill. Number one is research. You must know how to research. You must know how to research. You must read a lot. You need to go online, and in the next slide I will share with you websites that you can go and learn a lot. You need to learn very well in writing a business plan. So you need to research, you need to read a lot. You need to read a lot, especially in your industry. If you want to use this business plan just for your own business in your industry, maybe you are into fish farming, you are into furniture, you are into school business, you need to research that industry very well. Another skill that you need is storytelling. When you are applying for especially grants opportunity, you must be able to tell your story, how you discover that problem, how you discover the solution, how you are putting your team together. All those things you will learn them as we move on in this training. So you need to analyze and compare. You must be able to compare businesses, you must be able to compare industries, and you must be able to network with people even in your industry. Don't see everybody as your competitor. You tell yourself that I have things to learn from people, especially this COVID period. People need to collaborate. I can tell you that one of the things I've enjoyed in this COVID period is collaboration, working with other companies, other people to sell their products and services. Now the next thing is that you need to practice and practice. After these 2 days, if you don't practice all the things we are teaching you, it will just be a waste of money and waste of time. You need to practice it and keep on practicing it. You need to study. Like I've said, you need to read a lot and study, and you need to network. I told you the story of how I started writing business plan through my mentor, and today we have built businesses around writing of business plan. And by tomorrow we will share more on how to make money from business plan. One thing is that you need to have business skill. It's different from writing business plan. You can know how to write business plan, you don't know how to sell it. If you don't know how to sell it, you write your business plan and you will use it yourself. Nobody will buy it. But your selling skill will put money into your pocket. Not just the skill of the business plan, but your ability to sell it, ability to position where people will see you. So the places where you can get your research work, where you can get information from your research work, places like the bplans.com. If you need to write this down right now, you can write it down and check later. Though after this presentation, we send these slides to you. bplans.com. Bplans.com is not Nigerian or Africa platform. It is a platform for the market in the US. So when you read their business plan, they will not be talking about Africa, they will not be talking about Nigeria, but they will talk about the US. So what you need to do is that you study their plans, see how they communicate it. You see, the essence of what we are doing here is the ability for us to be able to communicate. Somebody says, please spell the URL www.bplas.com. Somebody can help him to type bplans.com on that on the place. So somebody can type this website there while I continue to explain. So I said that there are websites you go to for you to do your research. You are not monopoly of knowledge. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Some people have done a lot of research for you. So what you need to do is go and study what they have done. Go and study how they did it. Then you'll be able to come up with your own. So bplans.com is very good. The second website is our own website, daradekloe.com. This one focuses on Nigeria and Africa in extension. So here you will relate with some of the locations we will be calling from you. Places like Lagos, places like Uyo, places like Ondo, places like Abuja, places like Port Harcourt, and all those places. We are going to be using it in some of the articles we put on this platform. So when you go to daradekloe.com, you will be able to see those samples there. I'm talking about research now. The next one is profitableventure.com. Profitable Venture is owned by Nigerian, but the information there is focused for the market in the US. Alright, so when you get there, you will not see, you cannot relate it with Nigeria examples. All the examples on profitableventure.com is for the US. So I think that the person that owns it is a Nigeria based in the US or something like that. So that they have one of the best write-ups on business plan samples on the internet. So if you go there, you will be able to see samples they have done. There's nothing you want to do now that they don't have samples you can check. They have samples that you can start with. You know, it's always good for you to look at those things people have done before. That was how I got to write my first business plan. I look at the sample, I studied it, I began to put my own ideas together, and that was how I was able to present a business plan to my mentor. Even though, like I said, my mentor did not give me money, but today that skill is what I'm using to build an international organization. The last one is lifeplan.com. This lifeplan.com is a software. They have a software that you can use to write business plan. It's just like you plug and play. You put in your information, it rolls out for you. Now, let me say this to you, that the organization that has the B plans also owns the Life Plan website. So it is so interesting to let you know that the organization that owns these B plans also owns the Life Plan. Life Plan, like I said, is a software, and while B plans is write-ups. So we need to really be mindful of that. So let's look at financial planning for a sachet water company. You will see that in the sample we sent to you already, we expect that you should have studied it now. Like I said, we want to ensure that this section, we don't want to make accountants out of you. I know there are some of the participants now that they read accounting from school. So this section is not to make you another accountant. And that's the reason why there are things advanced Excel format that have put all these things together for us in such a way that it will be plug and play. Put in your figures and see the analysis and results that will come out from it. So our focus is to ensure that you don't become an accountant, but you have the knowledge. You can read figures. You will be able to, on your own, you will be able to run an analysis of business plan yourself. Now let's look at this. The first thing you need to look at is your startup cost or your expansion cost. When you look at costing means that how much are you going to use to buy a particular equipment or things like that. So if you see what we sent to you, it is from what we sent to you that I screenshot this out. The first thing is, what are the required startup capital? Now you need to sit down and ask yourself, how much am I going to need for this business? In the process of asking yourself, you need to list out all the equipments you will use. You need to list out all your expenses. You need to total everything together. That is what will be your startup cost. So please share your screen. Can we see the screen? Somebody is saying please share your screen. If you can see the screen, say yes, yes, so that I know we are together. If you can see the screen, say yes, yes, I can see the screen. Somebody is saying she cannot see the screen. Please share your screen. If you can see the screen, just type in the group chat, say yes, I can see the screen. So we wait for your response for that. I can't see as well. No. Okay. Let me do this. Can you see this? Can you see this screen? Yes, but seeing only flyer. Okay. So let me reshare the screen again. Can we see the screen now? Okay, somebody, yes, I can see. Okay, can we see it now? Can you see the PowerPoint presentation? Okay, you can see the PowerPoint presentation now. Okay, very good. Okay, yes, very good. So that means some of the things that I've said over time, you didn't see them. Let me just roll back. So these are the things I've been speaking into. So this is the profile I read. This is the profile I read to you. This is the picture I was showing you. This is the picture I was showing you, and this is another picture that I showed you. I also show you this picture. Okay, so these are the storytelling skills that I mentioned. Then these are the website that I talked about. So I can give you a few seconds to copy this out. I talked about bplans.com. I talked about life plans. I talked about literature.com and profitableventure.com. So the next one will be the financial planning for a sachet water company. So here I was explaining that we'll use water business as an example, and that we have sent you a full detailed business plan of this document already. It's just for you to follow some of the things that we do. So I said here that the startup cost or expansion cost, that what you need to do is to come up with all the total cost that will cost you to start up this business. So let's look at this example. We said we have the machines and the equipment, and let me pick this to show us. Okay, So we have the machines and office equipment. This is 300,000. We have building. This is for maybe a rent. Borrow 250,000. Lease and generating sets and vehicles and other fixed assets. So the main thing is that when you have your Excel, you'll be able to put all these things together. In the Excel we have given to you, you can edit all this, you can edit all this also. If you look at the other side here, we also have something like operating capital. In this operating capital, all the things that you also know that you will need for your operations, you put them together, like the legal and accounting fee, the utility bill, the licensing, the working capital, cash on hand. You must always have cash on hand when you are doing all this. Your rent, you put it there, and the total operating cost will be this. So this is the idea. If you are looking for 10 million naira, for example, as a support, a grant, or a loan, by the time you add up all your startup capital, it should be that amount of money. That's the reason why you need it. So anybody looking at your business plan will be looking at your financials, the naira and kobo. The person wants to see, what are you going to spend my money on? So when you are spending the money on things that are not okay, things, if you are spending too much money in buying cars, for example, the person will know that that business will soon collapse. So the next one is sources of funding. Where are you going to get the money for your business? This is very important. You need to look at it and say, my sources of funding. Let me say here that the best place to fund your business is your personal savings, and they call it owner's equity. You're the owner of the business. How much are you putting into this business? Most people want to start business and they don't want to put their money there, and you wonder, are you serious? Do you think this business can really work? So you must have owner's equity, and in this chart they are giving us a percentage already. We have outside investors. If you want investors to come into your business, this is where you put their figures. Additional loans or debt. If you want loans or debt, this is where you put it. You have commercial loan here. We have mortgage, credit card loans, vehicle loans, and different things. By the time you total your sources of funding, it must be exactly the amount of money you are looking for, either as loan or grant, just your startup capital. So when you are writing your business plan, towards the financial side, you must be able to write all this in writing, apart from expressing it in your Excel. So one of the things I will tell us is that don't let us always think that it's only loan you can use to start business. Some people are just retiring now and you want to start your consultancy outfit. The next question is, how can you start without taking a loan? Do you have enough savings to start? Can you start small online and use some resources to start online instead of renting a building, beautifying the place, and all those things will not bring money. What will bring money is getting clients and doing the job. So those are the things that we should take note of. So we move to the next slide. Now this next slide talks about our salaries. It talks about our salaries, and if you look at these salaries and related expenses, you will see that in any plan you are doing, you must be able to say, how many people will I employ? How many people will I employ? What will be their salary scale and structure? What is government of my country or the country you are writing the business plan for? What is their government talking about minimum wage and things like that. So you need to factor all that before you start putting figures in salaries. Like we have the owner's compensation. You as the owner of this business, you must be paid. This is it, owner's compensation. This business now is showing that these two people that owns this business, and each of them will earn 10,000 per month, and the total will be that amount in a year. So the question is that as the business owner, you must put yourself on a salary. If you don't do that, you will soon shop the business. You will finish the business because you are not on a salary. You can, anytime you need money, you just go to the business and pick it from there. And one of the things we encourage people to do is that always pass your business, the money, the sales you have in your business, pass it through the bank. This is very important because the bank will now serve as a documentation for you. You'll be able to document your business. Some people, as they are selling, they are spending. They are selling, they are spending. By the time they want to get loan and they say, show us your bank statement, they say, I've been selling, really, my business is doing well, but nothing to show for it. What the bank needs is bank statement, not your recording book, not your sales book. So anything you sell, you take it to the bank. So your salaries, you need to put that into consideration. If you are going to employ laborers that you will be paying them per day, there is also a place here where you will fix that into it. I will soon do practical for us now. I will share again the Excel format and begin to show us the real practical part of this presentation. Sales forecast, very important. You know, we talked about the fact that we are using water business. So in this water business, the person that owns this business has three sources of income. One is bottled water, the second one is sachet water, the third one is training and consultancy. So if people want to start their water business, they can come to this business owner and he trades them and he makes money from that activity. So the January, what are the sales projection? So he projected that he's going to make 4 million in January, in sachet water 1.9, and in training 2 million. So here what you just do is to have a projection. If you look at this very well, you see 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. When the thing gets to April, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. So the thing must have a projection, and if anything will drop, you must be able to explain. Maybe there are some businesses that they make money per year. There are some businesses that they make money every month. While there are some businesses they make money 2 times in a year. For example, a fish farmer that is just producing and selling, is not processing, we only make money maybe 3 times or 4 times a year, because it takes about 3 months to produce catfish. So that means throughout the 3 months he will be spending. At the point of selling, he makes money. So maybe it starts in January, and by March the entrepreneur started selling. He makes money. So from January to February, it will be empty because it's not making money yet. By March, it will start making money. April to May to June. April to May, it might not make money again. By June, it will start making money. When you see those kind of business plans, you know that it's a seasonal business. It's not a business that you make money every day. Let's look at school, for example. A school is a kind of business that they don't make money every day. It is when school resumes that they make money. Look at look at this pandemic period that everybody, we are in lockdown, we are at home. Most of the schools, they are not making money now. Some of the people that want to even make money and they are trying to do e-learning, they are still not making a very good money. So in your financials, you must be able to forecast and say that these are the periods I make money, and if yours is every day, then or every month, then you put it in the sales forecast. It must be realistic. It must be realistic. Your business plan is safer when you are realistic. Instead of saying I will make 10 million, you can say I will make 5 million. Even though you know that potential for this business is 15 million, but it's good to be on the safer side, so that if you project 5 million and you make 10 million at the end of the day, then that means you have surpassed your forecast. Your goal, you have met and smashed your goal. But if you make a target of say 2 million, 20 million, and you just discover that is 4 million you are able to do, that means you are over projecting in this business. So the next thing I want to talk about is income statement. This income statement, there are things that are part of our financial statement. All right, like I said, you in the olden days, the accountants, they prepare this statement manually. Then nowadays, there are softwares, there are Excels that have been calculated. Once you put your information, it will generate this income statement for you. And that's the reason why I say we are not trying to make an accountant out of you. We are just trying to open you up to tools and techniques, principles and procedures for you to be able to do your financial analysis and be able to run it. So in income statement, we talk about your revenues, it will talk about your expenses, and it will talk about your profit. We also call it profit or loss statement. So income statement, I will read some things for us here. The income statement is one of a company's core financial statement that shows their profit and loss. The P&L statement shows a company's ability to generate sales and manage expenses and create profit over a period of time, and that is what an income statement is. Let's go to cash flow. There's an analysis called cash flow analysis. Is the evaluation of a company's cash inflow and outflow from operations, financing activities, and investing activities. In other words, this is an examination of how the company is generating its money and where it is coming from and what it means about the value of the overall company. So this is what is called cash flow, but we are going to do practical very soon, because like I said, financial analysis is not about theory, it's pure practical. So what is balance sheet? That's what we are going to talk about now. The purpose of the balance sheet is to report how the resources to run the operations of the business were acquired. The balance sheet helps to assess the financial risk of a business, and the simplest way to describe it is given by the accounting equation. Asset is equal to liability plus equity. So if you look at this chart, you see liability, you see equity, you say everything is equal to asset. So this balance sheet is a statement of account that will show you how the company is behaving, how liquid is the company, what are the investments you have done, the assets, what are the liabilities, and what are the equity in this business. So a balance sheet is a statement of the financial position of a business that lists the asset, the liability, and owner's equity at a particular point in time. In other words, the balance sheet illustrates your business net worth. So somebody asked a question about break-even. In accounting, the break-even point is calculated by dividing the fixed cost of production by the price per unit minus the variable cost of production. The break-even point is the level of production at which the cost of production equals the revenue for a product. If you look at this picture, you will see loss, you will see profit, you will see break even in between them. So that means the break even point is in economics, in business, and specifically cost accounting, is the point at which total cost and total revenue are equal, that is even. There is no net loss or gain, and one has broken even. Though opportunity cost has been paid and the capital has received the risk adjusted expected returns. Now, in the charts that we are going to work with, in the Excel sheets that we are going to work with, there are formulas to calculate this. All these formulas, they are already logged in the Excel sheet. Yours is just to input your figures and break even will be calculated for you. So you are not cramming anything. That's the reason why I said we are not in a financial accounting class. We are in business class. And for a business person, you need to use tools to your advantage. So what you just need is to put in your information and do that. So before we go for our live sample now, and I will begin to show you, I have about 5 live samples I want to show you. Now these live samples are what I have worked with over time, and there are samples that you can also use and try with. The first sample is the one I call UWIN sample. UWIN is an application, grant application that President Jonathan organized some years ago. Now, when you apply for that grant, their financial plan has a format, and they want you to follow that format. If you use another one, you will not win. So that's the reason why I'm bringing you all these formats, so that you are exposed to it, you know how to approach any one of it, and you know how to use them. The essence of using a financial plan is that they don't want you to go and do your own planning and use your own template. You know, there are some people, they are so good, they know how to use Excel, they can on their own use Excel to build up some templates. But most applications, most loans, most grants, they have template. There is another one called Tony Elumelu Financial Plan. Tony Elumelu is a grant opportunity that people apply for yearly. This year has been postponed just because of this COVID, though the application for this year has been done, but the selection and the training has been postponed till 2021. By January 2021, the one for 2021 will be open. People will apply again, but if you have applied before, you don't need to reapply again. Then they will release, instead of the normal 1,000 they do every year, they will release 2,000. Then they will also get other people that used to sponsor people for the application. They will get their input. So I will show you their own financial template. Their own financial template is very good, very robust, and you can have up to 10-year financial plan in their own financial template. Then in approaching it, it's just for you to have basic understanding. There is one used by BOI for some of their high-level business plan. When I say high level, that means it's not every business plan they use it for. High level business plan, I will show you that. At the end of this training, we will drop all these templates for you on the WhatsApp group. You'll be able to play with them. We have the GEM budget template. GEM is an international platform. It's a grant. They can give you up to 40,000 US dollars. So we have worked with some of the people that have applied for this grant before. So it's a budget template. Their own approach is also different from UWIN, from Tony Elumelu. Their own is a budget template. I will show you that also. Now, the one I sent to you on the WhatsApp group that I said you should read before this class is the 3-year standard financial plan. It's a 3-year standard financial plan. It's about 21 pages. Now, for general plans, for your assignment, that's what you will use. And for anywhere you want to submit any document, we advise that you use that. except they have their own. So anybody you want to write business plan for, you can ask them questions like, okay, what do you want to use the business plan for? If it's a loan or a grant, do they have formats? You understand? If they have formats, just follow their formats. You will be able to answer all their questions once you know how to write a business plan very well. And that's the reason why I don't want you to limit yourself to a particular format, or that this is the one I used to use and that's the one I want to be using since yesterday, today, and forever. That's no. In this business, work with what your clients have, work with what the people that want to give you money, what they ask you to do. So if they want to give you a loan, for example, you can ask them, do you have a format of how I should present my business plan, including the financials? They can say, you don't want too much story, 3 pages will be okay. Some can tell you, we want a lot of story, at least minimum 20 pages. So that is giving you an insight. And that's the reason why some people fail in some of these applications. Why? Because they don't have the information. So before I go to share some of these slide with us, I want anybody that has question at this point to ask before I begin to show us one by one the slide. So we go back now to the participant. If you have questions, just raise up your hand. We unmute it for you so that you can ask us questions. Let me take a sip here. So if you have questions, raise up your hand. Then we unmute you and give you opportunity to talk. So if you have questions, raise up your hand. And if you don't have questions, just type in the group chat, say no question, no question. Type in the chat, say no question if you don't have question. Type in the chat, no question if you don't have question. If you have a question, raise up your hand. Very good. Omoyemi Kende. So we will unmute you now so that you can talk. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Good to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Nice to speak to you and to everybody. I have a quick question as regards to the business plan. I would like to ask all these the sales forecast, the income statements, all this discussion that we have this afternoon, are they to reflect in the same business plan, or that is their own consumption?
So they are going to reflect in the business plan. But the way they will reflect is what we want to do next. They are actually documents, they are statements that will be, that you are going to generate them. So how to generate them is what you will do with the Excel sheet. We have sent some documents to you before. Did you see the Excel sheet?
Exactly, I have this. I've seen it.
So inside that Excel sheet, when you input your figures, your cost of startup, your all other information, so this income statement, balance sheet will be automatically generated yourself. Okay. You understand now? And that is what you can now copy and paste into your business plan.
Okay.
Especially for the purpose of printing it. Yes, thank you very much. So if you see a question, raise up your hand and we do that for you. Let me check the chat. So no question for now. No question for now. Very good. Is there any other person you want to make any comments or whatsoever? You can raise up your hand so that we can get you. Okay, progress. So if you still want to make any comment from the section, you can raise up your hand. Okay, we have Kisley. Let's hear from Kisley. So Kisley, you can unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Hello Kisley, please unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Okay, we can. Yes, You are live.
Hello.
Yes,
Okay,
Kingsley,
thank you,
what can
sir.
I do?
Hello.
Yes, you are live, Kingsley.
Okay, so without having a bank statement, you can I see the loan?
Okay. If you don't have a bank statement, if your business is a new business, then you will be exempted because it's as good as you not having something to show. But if you are working, they can ask for your bank statement of how you have been receiving your salaries. You understand now? For example, if you are getting individual loans, they can ask for your personal bank statement to see how you are getting your salary. But if it's for business and you are just starting, they will not ask you. But if you say, I want to expand my business and that my business is a very good one that I've been doing, then they will definitely ask for your bank statement. They will ask for your CAC registration. They will ask for a lot of things that makes your business a corporate entity. So if you don't have those things, then they might not give you the loan. All right. So so let's quickly go on for us to check our the live samples. So we will quickly check the live samples now. I will start with our water uh, production sample that I sent to us. So if you can see the Excel sheet, just say I can see, I can see. If you can see it, just say I can see it on the chart. Okay, yes I can. Okay, very good. Yes I can. Very good. Okay, good. So the first sheet on this document is where you will put the name of the company. So here you will put the name of the company. You can say the name of the company is A to Z Water Production. A to Z Water Production uh, Company. So the name of the company is what you will put here. A to Z Water Production Company. So and the name of the business you put it there. Number two sheet, then you can read all this. Please read this entire page before you do anything else. So they are just telling you that to use this model, they call these Excel sheet models. They call it financial models because when you input your information, it generates those things for you. So the to use this model, simply complete any information asked for found in color yellow, and a number found in color green is optional. So they are just trying to tell you what to do with this. So the next one is your startup fund. This startup fund is what I've shared with us before, that I said I screenshot this for us to see them. This is the startup fund. So here is where you are going to adjust. So let me try and adjust now and see if we can do any adjustment. So I can adjust and say my machine and office equipment will be 500,000. So I can adjust that. The building, I can say to build, I will need 1 million to build. You understand? You see that the things are changing now. So as this thing is changing, the summation is changing here. Summation is changing here. It is too tiny. You can manually zoom. Okay, let's quickly do that so that you can see it very well. Okay. Let's do this. So I think it's better this way. Alright, it's better now, so that we can check it very well. So this is better, right? If it's better, just say it's okay like this. If you want me to increase it, just say I should increase it. Is it better now? If it's better, just type better. If it's not better, just let me know. Is it better now? If it's better, just say yes, it's better. Okay, let's go on. So from here, I also learned that you can also zoom your it is okay. Yes, it is okay. Very good. So I was talking about the summation, that you can adjust this. You get the total here. It will adjust itself. Now this is depreciation. This depreciation, if you have the numbers, you can adjust it here. You can put 5, you can put 7, you can put, but there is a standard depreciation measure. So you can leave this one like this. For the operating capital, you put in your information here. You can adjust this also. It will, you'll be able to, I can say advertising and promotion should be 200. If you do that, you see this one has been adjusted, and the total of the funding is here, and the sources of funding is here. These sources of funding, if you are looking for grant, this outsider investor, you can change it and say, you can change it, come here and change it to grants. Do you get it now? So you can edit all the things you have here. You change it to grants, and then how much grant do you need? You can say I need 10 million. You understand? So it will automatically adjust itself. So for this commercial, so when you see something like this, just press escape. It will go. Just press escape. When you see something like this, just press escape. It will go. So as you begin to adjust this, you move to the next slide. Once you are done with this, you come to the salaries and wages. So these salaries and wages, this will show you, this is owner's compensation is 10,000. You can change it to how can I be collecting 10,000 per month? Don't be me the brain for this business. You can say I want to be collecting 90,000 monthly. So it will adjust itself. It will total it for you. Full-time employee. If you say okay, my full-time employee, I just want 4. You adjust it here. How much are they going to be paid per month? Like I said, if you see anything like that, just press escape. It will be good. How much are they going to be paid per hour, per time, and then you adjust it from there. So this is salary. How many full-time employee will you have? 4. And their salary will be how much? Maybe 20,000 per month. Full-time employee. Now this wages is wages, and you pay them weekly. So you say 3, maybe per hour you are paying them 700 naira per hour or something. So this will automatically generate itself. So for per month, this is your salary. Per year, this is your salary. So we move to the next one. Now here is the operating expenses. This is operating expenses. These operating expenses, you ask yourself, advertising. Am I going to be advertising in this business? What is your budget per month? You can say it's 20,000 naira. So you change this one to 20,000. You get it now? It will readjust itself here. Yeah, the car and truck expenses. You can say, okay, I'm into transportation business and I'm going to be spending a lot on car and truck. So maybe I'm going to put 50,000. So if you put 50,000, this one will readjust itself. That's how you do. Now, if you discover that in this expenses category that there are some expense you are going to have and it's not here, what you just do is you can edit this contract labor. You can edit it to, okay, maybe I want to put feeds. You want to put feed, maybe you are into agriculture and you didn't see feed in all these expenses, you now put this feed and it's a major part of your expenses. So you can now say I'm going to spend 5,000 naira on feed per month. It will be, so that means you are spending 60,000 in a year for feed. So you can adjust travel. If you say if it's not travel that is your thing, you can adjust the travel, you can adjust all the things here. So that's for fixed operating expenses. The next one is sales forecast. For this sales forecast, what you do is to check all your assumptions. For this chart, this place is giving us opportunity to list 4 products. Number 1 is bottled water. How much is your bottled water? My bottled water is an expensive one. Is 1,000. Let's say is 100 naira. So this bottled water, you can do it unit per pack. You can work on pack. You can work on just one single bottle. Any one you want to do. But if you look at this one and you see price per unit pack, so we just leave it like that. So your own price per unit pack could be 450. So you just adjust it. As you are adjusting it, your projected revenue is changing here. They are changing here. Now all these January to December, they have been adjusted here. So what you do is that you need to fill this yellow part. How many do you want to sell in January? You can say, okay, I want to sell 500. You see now, you say you want to sell 500, everything just we adjust. And you can decide and say, in my first month, I'm not going to sell anything. Everything we just remove. Then you can now say it's from second month, I will start selling, I will sell 500 pieces. Automatically, this is for year 2, this is for year 3. It will help you to adjust it. That's the reason why they call it model. It has helped you to model it, and that's the reason why the thing can give you a projection year 1, year 2, and year 3. So that's how you also complete for the second one. For this second one, we have sachet water, and per bag, their own bag is 130. You can say my own bag is 100 naira, and you just adjust that. And the cost per unit, you need to ask yourself, what is the cost of producing a unit of my sachet water? By the time you do that cost, maybe it's going to be around 70. If you don't know how to do your costing very well, you will not know how much you will make. You will not be able to calculate your profit. Then we move to the next slide. The next slide also talk about training and consultancy, and at the bottom here, products and services D. Like I said, the sales forecast gives you opportunity to talk about 4 products. So as you move on, the next thing is to, here we have your account receivable collections. So here there are some businesses that they do credit. That means you release your goods and your customer will pay after 30 days or after 100 days. So they are now asking you, what are the percentage of people that will pay in 30 days? What are the percentage of people that will pay in 60 days? If your business is not selling credit, then you don't need to pick that. Account payable disbursement, the same thing. So if you are not going to be receiving from your supplier on credit, then you don't need to fill this. And then all this one are also line of credit interest rate. And then your tax in Nigeria now, our tax is about 30%, our income tax. So you need to get that information and adjust that. And line of credit, if you are giving out credit and you want interest rate, then you do that here. So you move to the next one. Now in this next one, as from number 8, you don't need to edit anything again. All what you are seeing is results. This number 8 is our income statement for year 1. As we can see, income statement for year 1. So here you are not editing it. If you remember where I adjusted that for January, I'm not going to make any money. You see what he put there now, the thing is dash. February, we have this and all that. So the total is here. The cash flow is automatically generated also. And that's the essence of all these things. This is the cash flow, this is the balance sheet. In this balance sheet, there's something they call that your balance sheet must balance. And I'll show us now. If it's not balancing, then it's not a good balance sheet. So that means if you look here, this period 1, this is the end of year 1. If you look at the asset, 806. If you look at the fixed asset here, when they total everything together, the total asset is 4 million and thereabout. If you come here and see your total liability, it must also be 4 million thereabout. So this here, what we have, here must be the same with what will be up. It must be the same thing with what we have above. It must be the same thing with this. So that's balance sheet. But you don't need to bother yourself about that. This system will generate itself on its own. So okay. So we have end year summary. So this end year summary talks about your income, it talks about cost of sale, it talks about financial expenses, all the expenses you have highlighted. It talks about your net income and everything in between. So income statement, balance sheet for year 1, year 2, year 3, cash flow, balance sheet. Now let's talk about financial ratios. Now these financial ratios are also generated on their own. It's just ability for you to read it. What you just need to read is to read it. So current ratio, we have debit to equity ratio 1:1, debt to coverage ratio -1:1. Now all these ratios have been generated for you. So anywhere you are submitting this and they have knowledge of how they can read this, then they are good to go. But all these ratios, they have a lot of things to say about your business. So they have a lot of things to say, but like I said, you don't need to be thinking about how to calculate all these formulas. There are formulas to calculate them, but this system have done all the calculation for you. The break-even system. Somebody asked about break-even question. Now, for this break-even, this system has also generate the break-even for you. So you don't need to You don't need to bother yourself about break even. Just copy this aspect and bring it to your business plan. Copy it and drop it to your business plan. That is your break even. Your break even says by the time you sell this, then you have already broke even. Amortization also is here. We don't really use amortization in this part of the world. Amortization is around anything around mortgage and all that. Now this final one is the financial diagnostic. Now you need to be particular about this aspect because this aspect tells us everything about this business plan. Number one, the thing says owner's cash injection. We talk about that you too you must put money into your business. Findings: owner's injection might be too low in relation to the amount of money needed. So if you look at this, you'll see that they are saying that the amount of money you need, your own contribution is too low. We also have the cash request as percent of total fund, 3%. Now, all these things you need to start checking them, and they start checking all the assumptions. Look at this now. Loan payment as percentage projection. Calculated loan payment as percent of sale. Now there is a place that used to show if this business is making profit or not. See, profitability level. The business is not showing a profit. Now once you see something like this, you know that there is something wrong with your business plan. Your business plan should not show negative. Look at this now. Profitability as percent of sale minus 79%. The projection does not seem highly unreasonable. So what they are just saying is that look at your financials and see where you are making mistake. Now these are the things you can consider when you are adjusting it. It might be that your expenses are too much. It might be that your sales is too low. But like I said, we have to be realistic with our sales. If your sales is too low, it will affect your profit. If your sales is too low, it will affect your profit. And then if you have too much of expenses, your profit will drop. So those are the things you will begin to check, and you go back to your sales and you go back to other adjustments. So before I leave this particular slide, do we have questions? Do you have questions so that I can show us all other samples of the financials? But like I said, in our assignment, we are going to use this particular financial model to prepare our business plan. So if you have questions or you have a contribution or you have things you want to say, just raise up your hand and we'll give you opportunity to talk. So we all have this document with us. We have all taken our time to go through it. So if you have questions, maybe in the process of using it, you discover some challenges and things like that, and you want to bring it to class, just raise up your hand, then I will unmute you so that you can talk about it. Then if any of us have used it and you want to share your experience of using it, you can also raise up your hand. I will give you opportunity to talk about it. Like I said, most of the business plan always use this particular format. It's 3-year financial plan and it has everything that you need. Anywhere you submit this, they can read all the interpretations of your financials. Okay, somebody is already raising up. Okay, so Kisley, you have the floor. So Kisley, you can unmute yourself now. You have the floor.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
So under this requires startup funds. The precision part of it where you say for the machines and office, all those are fixed assets. That
Yeah.
does the depreciation have anything to do with the calculation?
So the depreciation, like I'm showing you here, the depreciation there is already, this material is already calculated. So the depreciation is showing us that how many years, if you buy a laptop now, how many years can you use this laptop and all the value of this laptop will go. It will not function very well again. Max a laptop within 5 years of using a brand new laptop, you should be preparing to buy another one. Let's look, for example, your car. If you buy a car, within 3 years, you start changing some parts of the car. Before you know, you might be, maybe after 5 years, you might be thinking of, instead of spending so much money, why not buy another car? So depreciation is something that they have already put figures for you already. You can leave it this way. But if there are peculiarities in your industry, and in your industry 5 years for vehicle is too much, you can reduce it, or if it's too little, you can increase it. You understand now? Let me give us an example. I can say in my industry, because I'm a transportation business, every 4 years we change our car, so I put 4 there. You understand? The thing will have readjusted itself in all the business plan generally. So based on your industry, you need to look at their depreciation. How many years can you use a particular, for example, look at a building and office equipment. There is one that is 20 years. It could be building. If you build a house after 20 years, you might need to renovate the house. That's what they are talking about. So you can leave this one the way it is. But based on your industry, if you have something that, if you have some information, then you can adjust it. So who else has other question? If you have question, you can also type it on the chat box if you have question. If you don't have question, we go to show us other templates so that we can work with our time. Okay, we have Junaid. So Junaid, you have the floor. You have the floor.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, afternoon.
My question is regarding amortization spending or amortization depreciation.
Yeah.
From little experience about business, I noticed that the amortization spending or whatever has to do with deducting some monthly money from the loan one collects. Let's say that I borrow 2 million naira extra. Let's say my total factor is 2.5 and I bring in 500,000 and I borrow 2 million. So that amortization, does it mean the money I'll be paying monthly to cover up that 2 million naira I borrow?
Now, what this model has done for us is that if you borrow money,
Okay.
there are some figures. Let me show us now. If you borrow money, there is a place where you will put all your loan information. I'm showing us now. You see now, loan rate, terms in month, monthly payment. So if you borrow money, automatically you have to put your loan rate. So let's say your loan rate is 9%. I think BOI is doing 9%, and then apart from this COVID loan that is now 5%. So if yours is 9%, that means monthly this is the amount you will be paying. But this model I've said, don't bother yourself knowing definition of a particular thing or a calculation that will bring out a particular thing. This thing will automatically generate it for you. You understand? So it's just your ability now to be able to interpret what has been generated for you. But that initial calculations and all that, you don't need to bother yourself about. So for example, you might be thinking, okay, how do I calculate amortization or stuff like that? It has been generated for you by the model. It's now for you to be able to read it. You understand? To be able to read it and say, okay, this is what this thing is giving me. So if I'm reading this and I'm saying this thing is too much, what I need to do is that I might need to reduce my loan to, okay, if it's 5%, for example, you see it has reduced now. You understand now? So so some of the terminologies here is just for you to have a good knowledge of it, so that when you are reading it, you know how to interpret them. For example, somebody can be hearing balance sheet for the first time, but the one thing about balance sheet is that you don't need to be thinking of how to calculate it. This thing has calculated it for you. The next thing for you to do is, how do I interpret the result that has been given to me? And that will just be what you should focus on. So let's check other samples so that we can also ask questions along that line. So I will show us other samples now. Now this is a template. It's just one page, unlike the other one that we just finished. This is a budget template. They are concerned about how you are going to spend the money that will be given to you, how you will spend it. That's what they are concerned about. Is a GEM budget template. So the first thing they are asking is they're asking about your business description and your revenue. So if you look at this, let me do this. If you look at this is a budget template for ICT Business Center. So for ICT Business Center, they ask what is the total revenue sales, and the total revenue sales is 350,000. I need more clarification on depreciation, growth rate, and assumption. Can you go over it again, please? Okay, so let's first go through all the templates we have. We'll come back to your question, and so that by the time we go through all the templates, we'll be able to ask questions together. So if you look at this template, it's just one page, and we call it is a budget template. It's used by GEM. So they said this is previous years. They are interested in what you have done before. So this business is for an existing business. This project, they want to support existing business. So they want to know what you have been doing before, and they want to know your proposed budget when you receive the grant. Now they want to know GEM contribution. How much do you want to contribute? Then they want to know the applicant's contribution. So here now we have direct cost, the raw material cost. So this person say is going to be doing printing business. Is going to be doing printing paper, printing toner, ink. Those are the things, raw material this person needs. And the budget for last year, how much he spent last year is 750,000. The proposed budget for this year is 2 million. Then contribution, then we give him 1.5. His own contribution will be 500,000. Stock is going to stock paper. Storage cost, security. So they are sharing the cost. You see the two of them, they are sharing it. After that, they ask about indirect cost. They are sharing it. The other costs here, licensing, accreditation, tax for staffs, everything will be here. Uh, Setup cost also, they ask for in machines, equipment, furnitures, everything explained here. At the end of the day, they now ask what is the total project cost. Total project cost. Last year, they spent 3,335,000 last year. Proposed budget for this year is 15 million. From this 15 million, GEM will contribute 12 million. The applicant will contribute 3 million. And then this, our client got this. Our client got this approval for this project, and they supported it with this 12 million naira. If you convert it to the currency, then it's 40,000 US dollars. So based on this budget proposal, this budget is just for you to fill it and do some adjustment. The thing will also automatically add itself here. It will automatically add itself, so you don't have to do manual adding. So most of the NGO proposals, they run on budgets like this. NGO proposals, and they don't do balance sheet and all that. They use this kind of budget for their work. And if you are applying for an NGO, most times they will give you formats like this to work on. If you have question on this, can you, or you want to make comment on this particular one that I just showed us, can you signify so that I can mute you to talk? Like I said, I'm going to drop all these samples for us to use. If you want to talk on this particular budget sample, you can raise up your hand. Maybe you have used it before, or you have a particular question around it. Okay, so if there is nobody that wants to contribute on that, we move to the next sample. We move to the next sample. Whiteboard. We move to another sample. Okay, this urine sample. If you can see this urine sample, just comment and say yes, I can see it. If you can see this urine sample, just say yes, I can see it. Yes, I can see it. Okay, very good. We can see it. So for this urine, like I said, urine is a grant application that Jonathan did when he was in government, and the sample, the first page is everything is just 3 pages. The first page, you need to read all the notes and understand it. If you don't read some of these notes, there are some mistakes you will be doing. For example, here now, remember your urine award is disbursed in stages. At a guide, up to a maximum of 70% of the total grant is typically awarded for the first 2 stages, with the residual disbursement like to your business performance. So what they are saying, in essence, I can only see your folder, so not the document. I can only see your folder, not the document. Okay, how many of us can see the document? You can see the slide, I mean the Excel sheet. If you can see the Excel sheet, just say I can see the Excel sheet, not the folder now. I can only see your folder. No, it is not open. Okay, so let me stop this. Let me stop this, and okay, what just give me a few seconds. We will share it again just to reduce some of the slides here. Okay, very good. Alright, can we see it now? If you can see it, say yes, I can see it. So if you can see it, just say yes, I can see it. Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Somebody is raising up his hand, so let's hear what he wants to say. Hello, Mr. Christopher.
Sorry, Mr. Ku.
Yes, you are live.
Yes, I am. It was in the sixer.
Okay. Then can you see the Excel now?
Yes, I can see it, sir. Clearly, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. So I was saying that this is you win financial sample. Is you win financial sample, and they expect you to read all these notes for you to be able to interpret what you will see next very well. Now their own peculiarities is they don't pay all the money once. They pay the grant in tranches. So they want you to express that in your write-up. So this is the summary of the you win template. So the first thing they are showing us is what is called cash flow. We call it cash flow. This cash flow is what they want to see to determine if your business will do well. And this cash flow, when you input it, this is like the input side. The next one you will see is your profit and loss statement. So anything you do in the first sheet, you automatically generate what is here. So let me show us an example. Here now, this is income. The income for this, let's assume that you are doing let's assume that you are selling provisions. You are into retail, you are selling provisions. So you are saying that the first month is for preparation, that you are not going to make anything first month. Second month, you will start selling. Your second month, you sold 300k. Third month, 900k. Fourth month, you see the projection. You don't just start with one big money. You start with small money and you begin to project it. By the time you are in the 12th month, you are already making 5 million naira per month, and the total will give you this. So the same thing with this, the UWIN grant. You see the UWIN grant here. But one, they are going to give you. Now you must know how much you want to collect. That's what will determine how much you want to collect here. So they will give you 1 million in month 1. In month 3, they give you 60% of it. The total of it will be 70%. In month 8, they give you the remaining 30%. This person wants to collect 10 million. So month 1, once they approve you and they pick you and select you, they give you 1 million. After 3 months, they look at what you have used 1 million to do. They give you 6 million. After that, after about 5 months again, they give you 3 million. So you have to show that here. Then the stock and raw materials. Your stock and raw material, you have to put all these things here. Then your indirect cost, repair, accounting, telephone, your machinery, and your insurance. You put everything here. By the time you are done, all these things will be there. Here too, they ask for opening stock and closing stock. If you are an existing business, you fill all this opening stock and closing stock. At the end of the day, you will generate your profit and loss statement. That's the only thing they are interested in. They are not interested in balance sheet. They are not interested in so they have just cash flow and income statement, which is also the profit and loss statement. And the thing we show here that this is your retained profit. So that's all about this YouWin application. Anybody want to make any comment on YouWin financial model? Anybody want to make any comments in YouWin financial model? It's just simple and straightforward, and you must use this for them. If you use another thing, they will not mark it for you. So let's go to Tony Elumelu format. After the one I sent to you that I said you should be using, the next one I recommend that you can use for any of your application is the Tony Elumelu grant financial. So I will share that one now. Then we take general questions and we end this section. So let me share with us the Tony Elumelu financial. For some of us that will still apply for Tony Elumelu, let's just take note of this application. Now here, the entrepreneur's name, you put your name, your company name, Adekunle Marketing Services. This financial is for a company that is into marketing. Your TF ID, the ID for your application. So the next one is your assumption. These assumptions is your input. You know, I said this Tony Elumelu can give you up to 10-year financial plan. See, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10. So if anybody asks you, can you do 5-year financial plan? Can you do 10-year financial plan? Just come and use Tony Elumelu plan for them. Alright, it's as simple as that. So the sample we have here is what we are seeing now. I will quickly have to take some about 2 minutes. I need to power on my generator so that my laptop doesn't go off. So just give me 2 minutes as I quickly do that. Then if you have any other question, you can type them on the chat box as I power on my generator. So just give me a few minutes, I will be back. Okay, so sorry for that. Just to ensure that our laptop does not switch off before we round up. We are gradually round up, so we are going to look in depth into this financial plan for Tony Elumelu. So as I was talking, if you can see this Tony Elumelu plan, just say I can see in the chat group. You can see the Tony Elumelu plan, say I can see. Yes, I can see in the group chat. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Okay, very good. So this Tony Elumelu chat can give you up to 10 years financial plan. So what you do is you pick your country. Maybe you are from Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Somalia. You know, this is customized for African countries. So you just pick your country. If it's US, you might not be able to pick US. You might just pick Nigeria, as I have done before. So you just pick your country because it has been customized for your local currency. So you either express it in dollars or you express your stuff in your local currency, which is in Naira. Remember that Tony Elumelu wants to give you 5,000 US dollars. That's how much Tony Elumelu wants to give you. So here, your product. You know, I told you that my company that is applying for this application is into marketing. They want to help other people to market. It's the market pays what they get when they help other people to market. It's called sales commission. So if you have products and services, this is where you will list them. They give you opportunity to mention theory. So, but this is a marketing company, so their only means of making money is sales and commission. So the company tax, remember this first page is just input. Once you are done with this input, every other thing will generate itself. Income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, and all that, they will generate themselves. So the company tax, you know, I mentioned the other time that I started to say the bank interest rate is 9%. If your own is 5%, you can still change it to 5%. This place is called assumption. It's also the input. Inflation rate, your inflation 7%. You can, for example, if you don't know inflation rate for your country, you can just go online, just say inflation rate for Nigeria in 2020. Then Google will give you the answer. So we have building. Now depreciation that somebody talked about, building 5%, furniture 15%, equipment and machinery 25%, vehicle 20%, installation 10%. You can also Google this and say what is the inflation, what is the depreciation rate for building in Nigeria. You will see answer to it on Google. What is the inflation rate, what is the depreciation rate of vehicles in Nigeria? You see answer for those ones there. Now revenue of your sales and commission. You know, we talk about just one product. So the product they have is sales commission. So they ask them what is the sales volume and the price. So here you express yourself in percentages. Now they don't have monthly analysis. All what they have is just year 1, year 2, year 3, no monthly analysis. So you just put all your information there to month 10. If you want to do month 10, you put it to reach month 10. Everything is expressed in percentages. Then you go to cost. For cost here, direct cost. They're asking you how will your direct cost change every year. So what you can do is to just make a projection on the minimum. You put all the percentages here. Then you come here, you put in your figures. One thing about when you see any financials like this, play around the figures and see what you will get. Don't be scared of numbers. Just play around it. Look at your salary. Here now let me use this. Here your salary, senior management, how much do you pay? Business developer. Now if you don't need business developer, you don't need to fill this aspect. If you don't need a business developer, you don't need to fill it. If you need sales and customer support, you know this is a sales business, so the person has it. Marketing, IT, your IT staff, you give them all this. Now your operational staff, so those are your staffing requirements. Your direct cost too, you put all your figures here. You can change this. You can, for example, this one now you can change it to 500. Now all your percentages that you have filled above, all of them will be changing here based on what you have fixed above. You know that. Let me take us up. You see all these figures, all these percentages, they are the one they are using to generate all the figures below here. All these places automatically generated. So if you want to change anything here, you go to the percentage of and go and change it. Now your revenue, your sales volume and your product services, you put it there, and then you put here too. They ask for seasonality. Are there going to be trends in your business? See this one now. The thing first move up here, it's moving down, or down here, it's moving up again. So you other things, you fill your working capital, you fill everything. Startup, say startup, the grants 70%, personal owner contribution 30%, everything 100%. So you fill all. Now if you are taking equity, you fill this. If you are taking debt financing, that's loan, you fill these places. How many year loan will be borrowed? How many years do you want to borrow your loan? Maybe it's 5 years. You put it here. Amount to be borrowed. Maybe you want to borrow any amount you want to borrow. You put it here also. The repayment. How many years do you want to repay it? You put it here. Loan end. Year that the loan will end. You put it here too. Now once you are done with all this, automatically the income statement will be generated. This is income statement for 10 years. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10. Income statement. This is the balance sheet. Balance sheet for year 1, year 2. You know the rule in balance sheet. We said the total asset must be equal to the total liability. Look at this and look at this. They are the same thing. Cash flow is also automatically generated for you. Then the summary. These are graphs. So if you are working for a client that loves graphs, you can use this kind of graphs for it. And these are grocery. So at this junction, we will take general question now as we end the class of financials. Like I said, my focus is to make it very simple for you. My focus is to show you all these tools and techniques, all the processes and procedure for you to use them. And my focus is also to get you to practice it, and that's the essence of the assignment. So if you have questions, you can raise up your hand to say it. If you have comments, you can raise up your hands to say it. And if you have I know there is a pending question here which I will take very soon. So if you want to talk, just raise up your hand. We do that. By tomorrow, our focus tomorrow is how to sell your business plan to your customer, how to make money from this business, how to get grants opportunity, how to get loans, how to approach investors, how to make money online with your business plan skill, how to make money offline with your business plan skill. Everything tomorrow is all about making money from the business. But today, today is how to write. So let me take this question that was asked before. I need more clarification on depreciation. So I've explained that you don't need a formula of how to calculate depreciation. All what you need is that for your country, you just need to go on Google and say what is the depreciation percentage for let's say a house in Nigeria. They give you the figure, you come and input it here, and it will give you now like the growth rate. Now this Tony Elumelu is showing you a projection. Look at the projection, so you can easily see the growth rate. Then the assumptions. So assumptions are things that you are assuming for your business. Like those depreciation now, they are assumptions. All your financial projections, they are assumptions. For example, You are assuming that you are going to be making money every three months if you are into fish production. So those are the assumptions. So all the assumptions, and look at this Tony Elumelu application, their own financials. Imagine all the assumptions they have. These are all your inputs, they are assumptions. All your inputs, they are assumptions. So I am off and on, miss some practice, what can be done. So at the end of tomorrow, they will work on the video recording for this presentation. Then you will have the videos and everything that has been recorded. Mr. Paul said, good job, Mr. Tayo, you made my day in lockdown. So we hope that you can practice all these things, and we can ensure that we practice them. So we need people that we talk right now. If you have anything to say, we need you to talk now. Enough of the chats. We want to hear some sweet voices here that we comment. So you can comment, you can ask questions. Mr. Richard, we don't know if you have anything to add at this particular junction. If you have anything to add generally to how to write business plan, or or for the financials, all the things they need to take note and things like that. If you will be interested in making any contribution at this point. So Mr. Christopher, we get your contribution now.
Yes, sir. I want to ask a question because I'm writing a business plan to access CBN loan.
Okay.
And in one of their format, they wrote this loan replacement. Loan replacement schedule.
Yeah.
So how you be paying those loans? So I don't know if it's applicable because we were not taught. No, in this training you didn't mention it. I don't know.
Okay. So in this training, the business plan, the financials that I said you should use.
Okay.
The one that we have sent to you before.
Yes, sir.
There is a section there that I showed us, that I said that let me just go to the place so that it will be practical.
Yes, sir.
So that we don't just assume anything. Yes. So this is the place. So in this document that I showed us, I talked about loan. They said this is loan rate, terms in months, monthly payment. So what they are asking you is that how much are you going to be paying monthly? And what I'm also saying to you is that this thing is plug and play. Just put, for example, the loan you want to get. How much is the loan?
That is 5 million, sir.
5 million. Okay, how much is the percentage?
It's 5%. Yes,
5%. So we leave this one like this. This is the 5%. The terms in months. These terms in months will be calculated on its own. Monthly payment too will be calculated here. So in essence, what we are saying is that this model is just plug and play. Now, if they have given you their own model to follow, you need to follow their model. Don't use this one.
Okay, sir.
You understand? Now, if they have given you anything to do, that's the reason why I'm showing you all these options. So that anything that you see that is not here, you will know how to tackle it. So that's the essence of this section. Anybody can bring you any format and say this is the format we want you to use.
Okay.
But it's just for you to be able to know how to approach it and how to understand it, at the same time how to interpret it. You must be able to. There are some of us that we don't have anything to do with loan. We must not collect loan. Why? Because based on our business plan and the interpretation, You might discover that what you just need is who can give me a supply on credit. You might just do what you need instead of borrowing money to go and buy goods. For example, let's say I want to be selling indomie. Instead of me to go and borrow money and go and buy indomie and stock, I can as well approach my supplier and say, be giving me small as I sell, I give you your money. At the end of the day, you might not need to borrow, or you might not need to borrow up to the amount you want to borrow as a loan. So those are the things that you need to consider. Do we still have people that want to make contributions? Let's contribute. We are running up now. Let's contribute. Let's talk, and we will soon take the photograph of where all of us will remove our video and we'll take a snapshot. So we'll soon do that. Let's get ready. So if you have any other contribution, just raise up your hand, then we are good to go. Any other contribution? And if you still have questions, you can drop it on the chat box. At the end of today, all the slides will drop it on the group. All the financial templates will drop it in the group. Then if you have questions, you can walk over it overnight. If you have questions by tomorrow, when we start, we'll first take questions on writing before we invite our first speaker. Our first speaker tomorrow is not here now. He will be joining us from another part of the country. He has experience in making money from businessman through freelance. He will show us practically how he's doing it. And then before I start the session tomorrow, so it's a live sample of somebody that is doing it. He has worked with us on different projects as a freelancer before. And remember, in the advert for this program, we said top 5 people that are very good in writing based on the assignment we will give to you. Top 5 people that successfully do the job well, they will automatically become our affiliate, in which we'll be sending you jobs to do when we have projects, contracts, when we have write-ups. There are sometimes that we will have business plan write-ups of 5, and we need to deliver everything within a week. And we have to now reach out to our people in our networks to do it for us. So once you are very good in writing and you are already in our networks, then you now have to prove it by your writing. Once you know how to write very well, then we send jobs to you to do. So if there is no, okay, there is one chat here. How can I transfer the templates and other slides from the phone slides to the computer? So what you do is, from your phone, just click on share. When you click on share on your phone, you first click on the document, then you click on share on your phone, then you share it to your email. So you first save it to your email, then from there you download it to your computer. So that's how to do it. But the first thing you do is you just share. Once you share, then you are able to just put it on your laptop. The other option is you can connect your cord to your laptop and go and copy the information from document on your WhatsApp when you come into that space. So any other question? Somebody, okay, Mr. Richard said I should unmute him. Okay, so I will do that right now. Just few seconds. Okay, Yeah. So,
Okay.
Richard, you have the floor now.
Okay, so I just want to add, for like we discussed about business plan. In your executive summary, you will be required to state some information from your financial plan. And even in the financial plan aspect of the business plan, the main business plan, there are informations you need to extract from the financial template, from the financial plan into the main business plan. And so what is expected is that you should know about those information. For example, there are information about your gross earning and your net profit. Somebody that is having access to your business plan wants to see, how much of revenue you made in the first year, and how much of that revenue became your net profit. So that information, you should know how to extract it from your financial plan, from that financial template. And then you should also be able to state, get information from your financial plan, which is your total cost of your total startup cost, so that you can state it in the business plan. Because in the financial plan, like when I say financial plan, I'm not talking about the financial, the one that you have studied now. I mean that section of it in your main business plan. You will be required to state your total startup cost. You'll be required to state, not just including your income statement. What I mean income statement is that your gross earning and your net profit, and then also you'll be required to state sources of your financing. So those aspects, you should be able to know aspects of the financial plan you will extract and put in your main business plan. Because for some people that might be very difficult for them to do. And also you should also be able to know, for example, for some people, they don't know how to that sources of funding, they don't know how to dissect it. So if you are getting a loan, and then you have a particular interest rate, I don't know, I was listening, I don't know how many of them pay attention to that section. You should be able to break down the number of years into months, so that when you get to that part of that template, you'll be able to state it in numbers, the number of months. Because there you are not required, there is no place to really state years, but you put it in months. So, and then put the appropriate interest rates, and then the amount too. So for the first template that was introduced to you, the template automatically captures it divides your sources of loan into two: mortgage loan and other loan. But you are the one that know what the kind of loan you got, so you can delete it and type your own amount. Erase the amount that it was divided for you, type your own amount. I think by the time you really study the template, you will see it, and you will know, you might see what I'm talking about. So maybe Mr. Dayo can just go through that part again to explain that you should know that you have to divide the number of years into months, and then you should know the interest rates and be able to state the amount you are collecting in total for the loan alone, not what the template automatically generates for you. So I think that's just the comment I have to make concerning the financial plan in connection to the business plan that they have learned.
Okay, very, very good. Contribution. I have more hands raised up here. So let's get their contribution. We have Mrs. Kende here. Let me unmute you. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Richard. All the information that he discussed now, are they going to reflect in the executive summary? Just for us to know to put the gross earning, the net profit, the startup costs, and the yes. Or are they all going to show the executive summary?
Okay, so the highlights of this information are going to be reflected there. For example, if you are in the executive summary, I think almost the last part of it, you are going to state how much is your startup capital, and then if it is a loan that you want to get, you will state the loan in the amount, and then the repayment period, the interest rates, and then you will state your own the gross earning from your business based on your financial plan and your net profit. So this gives somebody an idea that if you get a loan of 50 million naira and you have to pay back in within 5 years, and this is the gross this is your revenue for the next 2 years or in first year or 2 years, and this will be your net profit. So the person will be able to know, okay, if you get this loan and then you are able to pay back, you have to pay back during this period, and you make this in revenue and you have this as net profit, that means you will be able to pay back my money. So that helps that person to decide. And then if it is not loan, but somebody just want to invest in the business, you need to state the total startup cost that you generated for the business, and then you need to state this. It's not all the information, but you can just speak. You say for the first year, your business is going to make this amount of money. Maybe for the first and second year, these are your projected revenue and the net profit. So that gives you an idea of what the person is looking at, the financial health of your business. So there are really important information that you need to include in your executive summary and in the financial plan section of the business plan too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks very much. So as we close for the day, let's take picture for the day. So you can open your videos, then we take the section. We can all open our videos now. I will unmute all of us now so that we can also talk at the same time. So you can unmute yourself now. I have opened us up. You can okay. See all the great faces. Good. So let's do that quickly so that we'll take a good photographs. Yes. And we still have some people they have not open. Okay, good. Yes. We are still waiting for some people. I'm not sure they are here. Somebody is commenting on a message. Not yet or much. We have allowed participants to unmute themselves. Yes. So all of you can unmute now. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. So you can unmute yourself. So okay. Are we good to go?
Okay.
Say good to go. Are we good to go?
Yes.
Yes, we are good to go.
Good to go.
Okay. Trying with
Good to go.
so I'm coming. So
Good to go.
okay. Okay, good. One more time. Are you good to go?
Good to go.
Oh.
All right.
Hello? I'm not seeing myself.
You are not seeing yourself.
Yes, agency. I do have your right hand.
You can see you now.
I want to be seen in the center now. No,
In center, sir.
it's not me. I've seen others, I've not seen myself.
You are not seeing
You are right to die.
Obviously,
you need to start your video. A lot of people are here, they not start their video.
Click on the video. It will show you.
click on the video. You see yourself.
You click on here.
The
It's a
video.
video design like an icon.
Are you using the computer?
Yes, it's using a laptop. Look,
Are you
can see
using
it's
the
a
laptop? Click on the video beside the voice. I can see you beside my, you are just by my left side on the screen here. I'm seeing everybody. Yes.
I'm using laptop. Yes, but that's what I'm saying.
You have even removed it now.
Yeah, some people can now open their video.
Can see.
But your name is showing. It's showing anyway.
Bounce. Why my picture?
I guess that what you have clicked, you have to click it back again.
The thing you click it.
Yes, I click it back.
You are back on now.
At your, you can check at
Yes.
your
You are back on now.
left hand side at the bottom. You will see video icon. Left hand side. Yes, left hand
It's
side.
already back online.
It's
I'm
right.
already
It's
back.
right. It's on. Yeah, you
Okay,
are back.
you are already on. Yes, you are already on now.
Yes. Where Dayo is now is what I'm talking about. I'm not being shown there.
This is Dayo. This
Where
is
you
Dayo.
are now.
Yes.
Yes, I know you are. The others are being shown that in that at that spot. But
This is me waving to you. See me?
What you can do again is to click on gallery viewing on your laptop. You see everybody on the screen.
I thought you were showing people one by one. So that that's what I'm saying. Because
Okay.
you started showing everybody one by one. And you didn't show me again.
Boss Bola, I'm hearing you.
This is you now. Let's put you at this.
Hello, move
What I'm saying.
Hello.
Okay, so thank you very
This
much.
Shola. Yes. This Olabisi. This Olabisi, yes. Go on and show everybody now.
This is you. I'm seeing you.
You are seeing me, but I'm not seeing myself. Why wouldn't I see myself at the same time? Are you saying I cannot see myself?
You can. It's from your end, man.
It's from your end.
How?
Look at the
What
top
do I
of
need
your
to change
laptop.
that will make
When you click on it,
Okay, so thank you very much. We are ending this meeting now.
I think it's because of this. No,
You see yourself.
no, Dayo.
Yes, you can see.
Inside, don't worry. When the photograph will be sent, you will see yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because we can see you. It's you that are not able to
Live video. Video, video. Okay, can we see
So
it
now
now?
everybody's off the screen now except my picture.
PU now.
Everybody's picture has been removed. Now, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
You can now see yourself, right?
I can see myself now. Yes. Now, I'm saying.
Very good, very good. So you are now our top line.
Yes,
You are
I can see myself now too.
Okay, very good. So thank you for today. We meet tomorrow. We send all the
Yes.
details on WhatsApp, and
I've been raising hand. Yes, because I've been raising my hand to talk.
okay, you are on now. You
Hello.
can make any contribution now before we end. You can make your contribution now before we end the meeting. Hello, Mr. Amos.
You have the floor, sir.
I sent 2 messages. Yes, I say, let me first of all thank you for the program. It's a good one, but it is good for all businessmen to know what to do. Hello, it's gone? Hello?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I said on the issue of executive summary. I want to add that executive summary is the last that you write, not the first. Because that's what many people are asking so many questions about it. And they think because it's the one that comes first, that's the one you write first. Because you're going to pick all the bottom lines of all the other analysis you have done and put it in the executive summary. And that is the reason why it should be written last and not the first. If you do it last, you have information to put in there. That's my comment on that. Another issue is, must all the financials come on Excel? That's my question. The third one, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh. Okay, the third one is, in your financials, you included the ownership payment. That's where you made 10,000. You said you will not agree, you will take 90,000. If the owner is the managing director, is it not the managing directorship position that you are paying? Is it because he's the owner? Because I know the owner waits for the bottom line. I'm not. On the position.
Okay, we will try to mute everyone now so that we can get a sound very well. All right. His question is that the executive summary is what you write last. So that's that. The second thing you mentioned is the second thing you mentioned is that is all the information in the financials. With all of them being in the Microsoft Word, no, it's just some selected ones that will be there. All right. Then
it talks about Excel. It talks about Excel. No,
Excel. Excel will be shown in Excel.
Now you know the Excel is a model, and everything has been captured in those models. All right. The one that is not capturing everything, like the win, is just focusing on 2 items of the financials. The win document I showed us focus on the cash flow and the income statement. It didn't bother about the balance sheet. While some models focus on everything. So it just depends on who you are presenting it to, your major focus when you are writing it, that determines what will be in the Excel. Remember, we are just following what the format in the model is saying. We are not trying to reinvent any wheel from our own side. So you don't need to.
Okay.
So, Richard, do you have any contribution?
Let me just add that if you are inside the business plan, you can create a table. For example, maybe you want to detail out what you include in your financial plan. So, for example, your equipment and machineries. So you can list those equipment and machineries in your main plan and state the amount, state their cost in your main plan. You can list your number of staffs in your main plan and state their salary one by one. And then maybe the positions and the salary, you list each of them, positions and salary, if you really want to break it down that way. And then you can state those things inside you can actually prepare a financial plan inside your Microsoft Excel. But if you want a model that will calculate for you, just like Mr. Dyer have said, that will do other calculation for you, it's safe to leave it in the Microsoft Excel. But even after that, you can arrange it inside a table, maybe ordinary table that you have created by yourself, and all Microsoft Excel into your main document and paste it as just ordinary table, not like a Microsoft Excel sheet. So it all depends on which one, how you want to present it. It is not, there is no rule that says that you must present in Microsoft Excel. But Microsoft Excel helps your calculation, helps your, helps you to do all those calculations without going through it one by one.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's go and practice it tomorrow. The next 10 minutes tomorrow, we will entertain questions on what we have learned today. I'll probably do a recap of what we have learned today. So thank you very much, everyone. We really appreciate you for staying to this time. By next week, all these videos will be ready. We'll be able to have it. Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.